Hello and welcome or welcome back to the Three Strands Pod. How are you guys doing? Are you guys good? Are you guys happy? Are you guys excited? It is officially the second month of 2021. So now that January is done, how are we feeling? Have we achieved any of our goals that we set? Did we set goals? I'm feeling good. January, I was vegetarian and I ate absolutely no meat, which for me, being a meat eater for 21 years, I think that is a big thing. Well, to be fair, last January I was vegetarian as well, so yeah. But having done it last year, I was more confident in doing it this year. And again, I didn't eat meat, and I'm kind of seeing how far I can drag it out, so fingers crossed we can get to the end of February and still be veg. The plan is to be vegetarian and then vegan and then plant-based. But really and truly, I'm just saying that to encourage myself to just get through being vegetarian. But I think I could do it. Did you guys participate in Veganuary or Vegetarianuary? To be honest, they're both the same thing. Veg and veg. Veganuary. 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 It just depends on how you pronounce it. But did you guys participate? If so, how did you do? Honestly, I feel like January dragged a little bit, but that could just be the lockdown. I don't know how we're going to do this for February and then for March as well. Plus, who knows what life is going to be like after March. Are they really going to let us out? I'm not holding my breath, that's all I'm saying. Boris is not to be trusted. But I need to be out for spring. I need to be out for summer. Autumn, we can kick back a bit. Winter, lock me up, I don't really mind. But yeah, that's how I'm feeling. How are you man feeling? How are you feeling about still being in lockdown? What are you guys' thoughts on lockdown? Do you think they're going to let us out after March the 31st? Are they doing that? Are they doing it? Are they going to do that? I don't know. I don't know. So the time has come to make it do what it do. So without further ado, I say without further ado, cue the intro.
20-something years of age, and life surely ain't about handouts. So I lays my plan out. Hard work is living catered to an art called survival. Consider God's lesson from conception to arrival. Now that I'm here, my fears shall decrease. Learning about life, making my way to the east. From 4 square yard struggler, the G's on time. Yo, God, hit me with that introducing.
Did you know that February the 11th is International Day of Women and Girls in Science? So of course we have to honour the women that have paved the way for other women to break ground in the field of science. So today we're going to be focusing on the black women in science who maybe you already know of, you don't know. That's why we're here, to learn, to get educated. Alright? So get your notepads out, get your pens and your pencils out, get your highlighters out, whatever you gonna need to jot these names down, because you're not gonna want to forget these women. If you guys have seen the film Hidden Figures, then you will know 3 of the women that I'm going to mention. But if not, make sure you check it out, because it is an absolutely fantastic film. Very educational. So the first woman we're going to talk about is Katherine Johnson. Katherine Johnson was actually responsible for the calculations made that led to the space missions of the early 1960s and the 1969 moon landing. Like, none of it would have been possible without her. So you know when Neil Armstrong said, "one small step for man," all of that was made possible because of the brain of Katherine Johnson. And in Hidden Figures, Taraji played Katherine Johnson. And now we move to Dorothy Vaughan, who was played by Octavia Spencer. Vaughan was a high school maths teacher, and then she became NASA's first African-American manager, and she was heading the West Area Computing Unit. She also worked on the SCOUT, which is Solid Controlled Orbital Utility Test, launch vehicle program that actually put America's first satellites into space. Wow, the brain of black women. Mary Jackson, who was played by Janelle Monáe in Hidden Figures, she was actually working under Vaughan, and then she transitioned to work on the wind tunnel experiments. And she took engineering classes and then was promoted to aeronautical engineer in 1958 and officially became NASA's first black female engineer. Isn't that great? Like I said, if you haven't seen Hidden Figures, you kind of already hopefully got a little glimpse of who the characters are, but obviously that was not in depth at all, so make sure you watch the film. I don't think it's on Netflix, but you can find it somewhere. The next woman on the list is Dr. Gladys West, and her mathematical work actually led to the invention of the Global Positioning System, which is the GPS. I think this was around the same time that she was working for AT&T Lab, which is the same company that Dr. Jesse Eugene Russell worked at. Remember the wireless communication episode? Yeah, him. Both of them worked for AT&T. I don't think, it was definitely not at the same time though. I don't think. So thanks to Dr. Gladys West, we have GPS. Wow, look at that. Another woman is Mae Jemison, who was a general practitioner, and she was attending graduate engineering classes when NASA admitted her into their astronaut training program in June 1987. And then after more than a year, she became the first African American woman astronaut, and she holds the title of Science Mission Specialist. The 12th of September 1992, along with 6 other astronauts, Jemison actually earned the distinction of being the first African American woman in space. Crazy. Not only was she the first African American woman astronaut, she was the first African American woman in space as well. Come on, Jemison, fam, she's paving it. Fam, if you want to be an astronaut, yeah, don't let them tell you can't do it. Brother, black people need to be in space. They've done off the world, we need to go to Mars. We need to be the first ones. Don't say I didn't warn you. She also acted as a Peace Corps medical officer for Sierra Leone and Liberia. Another woman is Dr. Shirley Jackson, who was the first black woman to graduate with a PhD from Massachusetts Institute of Tech, which is MIT, in any field. That's crazy, in any field. God damn, yo. And she was the second African American woman to earn a doctorate in physics in US history. Did y'all hear what I just said? Let me say that again, because I don't think y'all heard it the first time. She was the first black woman to graduate with a PhD from Massachusetts Institute of Tech in any field, and the second African American woman to earn a doctorate in physics in US history. God damn, Dr. Shirley Jackson, that is a mic drop. Drop the mic. She has actually also been credited as helping the tech that enabled the caller ID and the call waiting. Wow. Sorry, from the first part, the mic has already been dropped and I never picked it up. I'm just saying, this mic is on the floor right now. She is currently serving as the president of Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute, which makes her the first African American woman to lead a top-ranked research university. Wow. Dr. Shirley Jackson, it's like her whole life is just a series of mic drop moments. Next is Dr. Patricia Bath, who was the first female African American medical doctor to complete now this may take a second to say, ophthalmology residency and receive a medical patent. She invented a laser cataract device called laser phaco probe in 1986. For those of you that do not know, ophthalmology is a branch of medicine and surgery which deals with the diagnosis and treatment of eye disorders. So that's what she do. And her research on the disparities between African American patients compared to other races actually led to the creation of volunteer-based, quote, community ophthalmology, offering treatment to underserved populations. Obviously, those are not all the names of the black women in science, but just to give you a quick rundown of the different types of roles that black women have been involved in the field of science, I think we really covered it. We had NASA, we had space, we have the eye doctors, we got everything. We got the phones. Black women. Black women. If you take anything from this episode, black women. Black women. But like I said, those aren't all the black women that have done some crazy things. Like, just to name a few: Alice Ball, Roger Arlene Young, Jewel Plummer Cobb, Shirley Ann Jackson, Mary Elliott Hill, Alma Levon Hayden, Ruth Smith Lloyd, Marguerite Williams, Joan Morell Owens. I mean, there's bears. Bears. Say it with me, people. There's bears. Like, you could literally just go on Google and be like, black women in science. And the internet will do all of the work. The internet will just be like, here. And you can literally sit all day and read about all of the amazing things that black women have done in the field of science. I suggest you do. Educate yourself. So don't forget that February the 11th is the International Day of Women and Girls in Science. So if you're in the science field or you know someone in the science field, why not shout them out? Why not show them some love? Appreciate them, because that is their day. So thank you to all of the black women and other women and girls in the field of science that have done some amazing things and have patented and invented and worked hard and calculated, gone up into space and gone deep into the earth, wherever you went. Thank you. Because without the works that you guys have done, we wouldn't have all the things we have today. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all. I appreciate you. Like always, I hope you guys learned something new. And if you do any research into either one of the women that I mentioned, or you do your own research and find someone I didn't mention, feel free to let me know. You guys can send in voice notes. I will leave the link in the description. They'll be added into the podcast episodes if you choose. It's up to you. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace in the Middle East to you and your crew. What? Peace in the Middle East to you and your crew.
I'm 20-something years of age, and life surely ain't about handouts. So I lays my plan out. Hard work is living catered to an art called survival. Consider John's lesson from conception to arrival. Now that I'm here, my fears shall decrease. Learning about life, making my way to the east. From 4 square yard struggler, the G's on time. Yo, God, hit me with that, bro.